day I was in a record store and they just said, man, you should put Moody, man. Moody's whack, or Moody's this. I prefer Moody. The people that know me in the D would probably call me Moody. Well, it had nothing to do with that situation. Just everybody had my fucking nickname. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember not having a name, really. It was just always Moody at certain points in my life. You know, when you're young, you don't know where that shit comes from half the time. As far as music, that's just something you grow up with. As a child, you don't know your environment. You don't know what's around you. You don't know that motherfucker upstairs making all that noise to be the next Bootsy Collins. You understand? It's just everywhere. You know, that's just a cycle. You know, back in the 80s, we all did stuff for everybody else, and they gon' fuck you. Let's be for real. You know, you gotta learn how to deal with that. There's no one in Detroit that don't either sell records, buy records, listen to records. There's no one in Detroit that don't have no church on their corner and a liquor store right next to you. You understand? In Detroit, you either been shot, you're gonna shoot somebody, or someone was shooting at you. When you do things for people, it is a learning process. That's why we all here now. It's a learning process. You get to hear other people's stories. You get to hear other people's tragic endeavors. You get to hear what other people that went through. You also get to hear success stories. And you add them to your situation. Well, how can this benefit me? How can this, help my situation out? My endeavor was the same as everybody else. You have to learn by not sitting in no classroom. The best classroom in the world is the biggest classroom. That's out here, you know. I've learned from getting fucked all the time through record labels and all that shit, producing all that shit back in the day. You don't even get credit for that shit. So you get your hustle on, do your thing, got your own shit, you know. I don't fuck with the majors. I can't see myself. You know, you got to. I mean, it's hard out there. You got a lot of talent out there. And I have to honestly say, some of the best musicians on this planet, we probably will never hear. They're in the basements. They ain't got no money. You know, they're gonna have to get jobs elsewhere, and probably some of the baddest motherfuckers in the world. Unfortunately, some of the wackest producers in the world, we're gonna hear all the time, because it's all about who you know. As long as I'm standing here in front of these people, that motherfucker's still kicking ass. I personally never had a problem with it, and I still to this day don't have a problem with it. You have to understand, I've never pressed up a lot of motherfucking records. I'm not into this to press up a mass amount of records. I'm not into this to be traveling around the motherfucking world. I'm not into this to impress anybody. I'm into this for my own heart and soul. A lot of people, after work, you gotta go home, you take a bath. A lot of people go home, you fuck your wife. A lot of people go home, you cut your grass. I go home, and I fuck that motherfucking MPC all fucking night. I'ma tell you something. It ain't what you got. It's what you do with what you have. You understand? It ain't what you do. It's how you do it. And that goes with anything. I don't care if you out here selling dope. Do it well. I don't care if you out here selling pussy. Fuck it well. You understand? It's not what you do. It's how you do it. And it ain't who gives a fuck what that motherfucker say. Who gives a fuck what that motherfucker say? You have to be comfortable with yourself at the end of the night. Cause that motherfucker over there ain't paying your bills. That motherfucker over there, and you don't know that motherfucker from apple scratch. You have to be comfortable in what you do. And whatever you do, do it well. When you leave here, what you do it well. It ain't what you got, it's what you do, what you have. It's a blessing to have experience. You understand? It's a true blessing. You gotta share all of that. You know, you gotta have witness to everything. You know, you don't know what's around that corner if you don't peek around that motherfucker. So you gotta hear and listen and keep an open mind about things. You know, and that's what our DJs used to give us. Today it's a little different. You know, you gonna hear that same motherfucking record, not right now, but give about 20 minutes. That motherfucker gonna be right back on. You know, brainwash your motherfucking ass. And I ain't gonna let a lot of that shit I do like. I like steak and potatoes. I can't eat that shit all day, every fucking day, though. You understand? I like a little different, a little difference, a little something. Give me something.